are joined by a guy, and I said this to Tiki earlier, I think he's fast becoming the most popular New York Giant. He hasn't played a regular season game yet, and that is Malik Nabers. Malik, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank y'all for having me.
He can't be the most popular guy until he sells the most jerseys, and we don't even know what number you're wearing. So the first question, what number are you going to end up wearing this year? Do you even know?
Nah, I'm not pretty sure. After camp end, a lot of jerseys get written off on, so I'll see, what
number do you want?
Well,
I know what you had in college, but you're not getting that one because that's Daniel Jones.
But. I mean, that's the number I want, but, I ain't going to get that one. So I'm trying to see what other number look good on me.
Is it a single-digit number?
It got to be a single. I'm not an odd number person.
I told you it was going to be a single.
You did say that.
It got to be an even number.
Even number.
An even number and a single. Can I ask you a serious question about this Daniel Jones number thing? I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but there used to be a wrestler. His name was $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And he used to say, everyone's got a price. Yeah. Have you entered any kind of negotiation with Daniel on saying, listen, I know you've been here for a while, but come on. Let's make a deal. I want that number.
Nah, I already know it's a lot. Yeah. I already know it's too much to even, get a number, so I don't even want to hit a number.
Yeah, you know why that's too much? Because Daniel Jones is making $40 million a year.
That's true. Money is very tough when you make that much money.
It doesn't matter. I mean, ultimately, the number will be whatever the number is, and you'll be fine. But how have you found your rookie season? Because it feels like, or rookie training camp, I should say, it seems like you belong here already. Right. And I think maybe that's just an LSU thing because all you guys come out and just acclimate right away.
I mean, you could say that, but I think it's just the grit that we play with, the dog mentality that we have, that, when we step up on the field, we want to be the best player that's out there. So I just guess that's my characteristic, just showing when I'm out there on the field. I want to be the best person that's out there when I'm playing. So that's just how I carry myself every time I step on the field.
And it helps because you come to a place that doesn't have a number one, so to speak, right. And you step into a role, and you can take it right away. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you did that?
I don't feel like I did enough. I mean, there's a lot of plays I still left out there on the field. There's a lot of plays that's still going to be made through the season. So I'm just trying to continue to be that guy that they can rely on, that they can count on, that the quarterback trusts when he throws the ball, that I'm going to catch it. So that's all I've been wanting to be is just, a difference maker. So, I was brought here to be that difference maker. I just want to, come here and be that person that they want me to be.
Right. Do you talk to any of the other guys, LSU guys that came in and just were great right away? Like, I'm sure Odell's reached out at some point, obviously, because he was here. But Jamar, those guys. Have you talked to Justin Jefferson?
No,
you know them at all?
I haven't talked to Justin. I talked to Jamar, because I'll be out there training in Dallas, so he'd be out there also. So, I never really talked to them about, the pertaining to football. Mm-hmm. They just said, when I talked to Jamar, he was just like, bro, people in the league, they're just not like that. So he was like, just be you. Like, just right. Be you. Just play the game how you want to be played. It's the same game you was playing since you young. So he was just like, don't think about it too much. Just, be
right.
Be who
so
you
all
are.
That connectivity, we just make up.
Yeah.
All those LSU guys are all together. They don't care.
Did you model your game after, maybe it's an LSU receiver, maybe it's just the guy you watched growing up, but is there a receiver you really admired and modeled yourself after?
I didn't really watch football a lot growing up. I was more of an outside cat, so I wasn't really doing all the football stuff. I got into it really late. I started playing in middle school, so I started later on. But I didn't really watch a lot of receivers. I watched Odell when he was coming up. Mm-hmm. But it was just me really. It was like going up and get the ball. Really that. It was just after the ball.
Hey, how'd you get so good at it then?
I really don't know. It was just, I don't know. I say it all the time. It's really God-given talent. God-given talent with hard work ethic.
Right. Well, so that makes it scary then, because that means you really haven't figured out what you're doing yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean.
But do you feel that? Do you feel like you still have a lot to learn?
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes when I be out there on the field, I feel like I'm still not even scratching what I can be, because it's like every ball that get thrown my way, if it's not catchable or if the defender does a good job, I'm hard on myself because I'm like, bro, I could have made that. Yeah. There's no catch that I can't make. So I'm like, if I just in the media, they see me making these catches, and I'm like, bro, that's easy to me. That's just routine. So it's like, bro, the catches that I know I can make is way better than what they be.
Well, there was one last weekend that you made. I don't even know how you got your hands on it, because it felt like it was behind you, and you jumped, and then you grabbed it, and it was back here. I was like, how in the world how'd you get your hands on that ball when it was already past you? But I feel that that's common for you.
Yeah,
it's just natural.
Like that one, like it was routine. Like I came on the sideline, everybody like, bro, that catch. I was like, bro, that's routine.
Yeah,
like,
it didn't feel spectacular to you.
Yeah, like when I make a spectacular catch, I know it's a spectacular because I know how hard it was for me to do it. But that one was routine.
Do you feel, because
like that.
I've had this observation about you that Giant fans think you're going to be the best receiver in Giant history and maybe the best receiver in the NFL by the end of the year. Like they are as hyped up for you as I've seen them on a first-round pick, maybe ever. Right. Do you feel that energy and that excitement that's been created by you with this Giant fan base?
I mean, of course I feel it. Is it pressure to me? Nah, not really. I mean, I've been through pressure my whole life, so and I done made it out the same. I done made it out cleansed. So pressure has been on me my whole life. So I just think it's just more pressure on myself for me because I want to see myself succeed so well in playing this sport. So I feel like I put a lot of more pressure on myself than people really put on me.
So Hard Knocks was great because it showed us a little bit of the process, how the Giants came on you, and then how ultimately you got drafted here. When you knew, when you get that call from Shane and Dabes, like what was your emotion coming to the Giants? Did you know a lot about the history of this organization and what it's been like?
I didn't know a lot about the history, but it was just my mind was going in different directions. Really, it's like East Coast, never been on this side, going into a new team, going into a new offense, trying to learn this offense, how it might be different from the old offense, what kind of person they looking for, what they trying to do with me, how they gonna use me. So it was a lot of different thoughts going to my mind. So I really wasn't like in the spot of being drafted, which I should have been. I should have been, I should have just been, taking the moment in with my family. But I was thinking about a lot. So my emotions, how it showed on the camera, it was a lot going through my mind. So I was just mixed. It was just mixed emotions. I didn't know, how I was gonna handle it. But I feel like, it was the great decision. It was a great decision. I'm happy I'm here. God don't make no mistakes. So I was put in the best predicament that He wanted for me. I mean, Dave's is, he's amazing. The offense is amazing. They're working around me, trying to give me the ball in different spots. So I was put in the best position, I think.
Right. How was he challenging you? Because obviously that's what Dabes does, right? He's unique that way. He challenged you, and sometimes you don't even realize it. But how is he challenging you to get better?
Every day is like he gonna test my ability of like studying, because he want to see if I've actually been studying. Because if you're not studying, he can't trust you. So he might throw in some plays in there, and he'd be like, "Leak, do it," and I probably never ran it. But I know what I got to do because I know the concepts of the route. So that's his way of seeing if he can trust you, about knowing the plays. Because if he knows that he can put you in different spots, he knows that the quarterback will trust you. He going to trust you to go out there and make plays because you know what you got to do.
We're talking to Malik Nabers. We saw it through Hard Knocks how much they loved you. They fell in love with you immediately. They couldn't wait to draft you. I don't know if it's like dating or not, but did you get that vibe from them when you met with them? Like, oh, they want me. They want to draft me.
Yeah, I kind of felt, from my coach Grow, how he was just interacting with me, how he was always like around me. Jesse, how those guys were just all feeding into, wanting to be around me. And you can tell, when somebody is like onto you, into you, they kind of show a different effect between you and other people. So I could really tell, where I was going before I was going. It was just the weight on the call, really.
Yeah, you've developed, at least in camp, a pretty good rapport with Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of scrutiny on him. Hell, there's scrutiny on every quarterback in the NFL, but in particular, Daniel Jones. How have you developed a relationship with him? What's it been like?
I mean, the relationship between me and him has been great. It's really about. It really was about when I first got here, just about knowing him. It's a different arm, different rhythm, different spin on the ball. I'm a different route runner than he's been, having. So it's really about that key element of trying to get on time, knowing your receiver, knowing your quarterback. And, the relationship between me and him it's just been absolutely great.
What's your greatest attribute as a wide receiver?
Man, I'll probably say my awareness on the field. Like, like you said, the crazy catches that I be making on the sidelines, always my feet always in. So I think that's one great element that I have is like my body control and knowing where I'm at on the field, because I can turn my body in crazy positions and still be able to, you know, have my body being standard and able to make crazy catches and still be on the field.
Yeah, is the route, are the route trees the same? What are you working on? Like, what do you need to get better at?
I mean, the route tree is way different. But the thing I gotta work on is really it's a couple things, but mainly is trying to stay with those tights and them socks above my knees, or I'm gonna get fined, because you know I'm used to playing with no socks on like that. So that's the thing I gotta work on right now.
What's your do you have statistical goals? Maybe it's 100 catches, 10 touchdowns. Do you have any in mind?
It's so many. It's so many. I look into record books a lot. I look into, you know, rookie records. Just
you want all of them. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I want all of them.
All of them.
I want all of them.
You think you can achieve it with this team, the way it's constructed, the offensive line protecting Daniel and the run game? You think you can do it this year?
I can do anything I put my mind to. That's what I've been, you know, saying to myself since I was a kid. I can do anything I put my mind to. Just keep, you know, faith in God. I mean, if that's not what He wants for me, then that's not what He wants. But I'm sure there's a lot of greater things down the road for sure.
Yeah. So the one thing that we, as a fan base and media, we've been talking about for a while is putting talent around this giant offense, getting Daniel Jones some weapons. Your wide receiver coach was my quarterback in college. Mike Rowe and I were at Virginia together. What's he done for you? Give some love to Mike, because nobody knows his name and talks about him freaking, but I know he's got a busy room. Right. Because there are a lot of you guys in there. I
mean, he does a great job of, you know, preparing us before we even get out here on the field. Either if it's walkthroughs, just how he talks in the meeting room, or trying to make us understand the offense. You know, I caught on to the offense. I wouldn't say pretty fast, but I caught on to the offense faster than I thought I was. Because when I first came in, I was like, "But ain't no way I'ma learn this fast." But how he taught me, how he prepared me, how he took time into his day just to help me out. You know, I really thank him for that. So, you know, he does a really good job on, you know, helping us on the field, knowing what we have to do.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, they're all invested in you. When you're a first-round pick, you can't be a bust or get cost somebody their job. So everybody is invested in you. I mean, you know the expectation for you, but how are you going to translate that on Sundays? You know what I mean? It's a different mentality than doing it at training camp or sitting in a meeting room or talking about it in a media interview. What matters is how you perform.
Right. It's trusting myself. Don't go out there, you know, trying to be somebody that I'm not. Don't go out there trying to have the 200-yard games. Just be where my feet at, knowing what I got to do, knowing my routes, you know, having trust in the offense that, you know, having trust in the offense, having trust in Dave's, having trust in Daniels that, you know, I'm going to get the ball, and when I get the ball, do something with it. You know, show your talent off. Just you made it here off of showing who you were, showing who your talent was. So just continue to be who I am, really.
You mentioned earlier about starting to play football in middle school. Were you playing every sport as a kid? Basketball, baseball, track, everything?
I started playing baseball first. And
really?
I fell in love with baseball. I didn't really like basketball. I didn't really like football. It was too much. I don't know. Basketball was just, I don't know. It was just, I didn't really like it. Baseball.
What'd you love about baseball?
It was like the hitting the bat. Yeah. I mean, hitting the ball, being outfield, catching the ball, you know, throwing people out at third base. I mean, to first base. So it was all elements, and it was pretty easy. You didn't need any coaching to really play baseball. It was really catch the ball, hit the ball. Really. Yeah. That was all it was. And when the ball come, just, you know, do stuff with the ball.
When did it
go
away?
Now it was like, when I couldn't hit the ball.
You couldn't hit the curves?
When I couldn't hit the curve and the four seams, and I couldn't hit all that. It was like, it's time to wrap it up. It's time to wrap it up. The ball got too fast. I couldn't catch up to it, so it was wraps after that.
Yeah. And you made a good choice. I mean, look, your first round pick in the NFL, looking for all the records.
Yeah.
Well, Malik, congratulations. Good luck this season. It'll be fun to watch you this year.
No
man.
doubt, man. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on with us.
Appreciate it.